Hello to my beautiful family of light. Yes, that means you, and you know it. This is Claudia, and I'm happy to have you back or here for the first time on my channel. I'm all about the spiritual laws, participating in them on a daily. In fact, I walk my talk, trusting that you're always divinely taken care of by the unseen forces. Okay, with that in mind, I'm going to start telling a story from 2020, I guess, 19 really. I had everything taken from me at that time, all my money, all the reserves. I had enough reserves from 2018 when this happened to get through that year and into most of the next year, and then I had to basically, jump ship, and that would have been 19. I left where I was living in Colorado in 2019 and went penniless to Whidbey Island, to a dear friend's home. Realized that wasn't going to work because it was too isolated and too far away, but I also needed healing at that time. And so after, I don't know, a few weeks, several weeks, I went up to a friend who had invited me to Anacortes. Now, friends up there, more friends up there, family across the valley, and easier access to pretty much most of the things I wanted or needed. All right, that's just the groundwork for you. But it didn't stop the fact that I was paying on debt that I had accumulated for trying to keep my website going and other things, and living on a small Social Security stipend, because when you work for yourself, for 20-some years, you don't get paid the same as if a corporation was throwing in the kitty for you. Okay, so, small Social Security, trying to pay my debts. I think it's ethical to do that. Not willing to let go. Okay, I'm going to bring you up to the present, because since then, I have had to let go of Anacortes. I've had to make a call for myself based on going through, it's like the welfare or public assistance system. In that system, I have never been somebody who approved of that. However, when you're down and out and you're not sure where to go or what to do, I explored all my options, went so far as to look for public housing, got Medicaid, wasn't earning I was so in the poverty level, wasn't earning near enough to pay everything. And when I went to get Medicaid. Now, Medicaid allows you medical benefits. And my first doctor's appointment, they wanted to start me through a battery of tests. And so I'm just going to start with that one, because I'm not someone who has almost ever taken advantage of a healthcare system that I feel is pumping medicine and keeping people sick. My perception. Take it or leave it. I'm just telling you my perception. And so I went to the first appointment. They wanted to run a battery of tests. I said, give me 6 months to get my healing baseline, and then we can do that. And I left with a couple of dentist appointments and nothing else. And come to find out, that doctor said, I'm not working with her, she won't work with me. So that ended that relationship. Went to the dentist appointments, come to find out they charged triple for what needed to take place, which was a tooth repair. And they did half of it, got the temporary on there, and I went for whatever the next thing was at a different place, and they weren't going to pay the whole thing. I'm like, what's going on here? So I'm telling you, my perception from eons ago has been the health system is corrupt. And it's my experience pretty much supports that. Okay, so cancel the health care, right? Go for the housing appointment, pass everything, go in to see the apartment. They showed me a different one than they had originally shown me. It was off somewhere where I was going to have to it was not good. I'm just going to say it was moldy. I mean, they do their best to paint and hide things, but it was not a good situation. And when I left there, having signed part of the papers and there was going to be one more thing done, I said to myself, you can't do this. It is not part of who you are. I have trusted my Creator from day one to take care of me. Look at the lilies of the field and the birds of the air. They don't toil or sweat to be what I designed them or created them to be. Are you any less than the least of these? And I live by that. I have lived by that for years. And so there I was. It's like stranding myself once again, but really putting my faith where it belongs, trusting in my Creator. I do not know very many people who would do that, and I have been highly criticized, judged. You can tell me every kind of thing you can imagine, but I was not well when I got to Whidbey Island. I wasn't well in trying to heal, but I went into such a sad depression that my guidance, I could hear them. They talked to me and they'd say, get up and go for a walk. And I'd just pull the covers up, say, not today. And then after a while, I said, yeah, today might be a good day to go up. And so I knew they were filling me with the energy and courage to go do that. I've never been without my guidance, and neither are you. So I'm going to leave it here because this is plenty long enough. I'm on my way once again. This is the park that I walk through. Oh, excuse me. And I'm in a place with mold in it, so I'm not feeling great. So it's important to get out and for me and to walk, but it's 91 degrees today. So this will all start sagging by the time I do it, the afternoon video, and post it later. Oh, you're so lucky. But I want to tell you, this has been 8 years of me doing my absolute best. Now I move in and out of things depending upon clarity of mind, right? To just trust, just simply let it go and trust that I'm going to be taken care of. And there's a whole bunch of things that have interfered this last 2 years with my ability to, I don't know what I want to say, be clear, but I will tell you that there are negative unseen forces that don't want me in survival to even survive anything. So with that said, I'm going to leave it here. We'll pick that up. Survival mode isn't great. So I love you guys, and I know that you hear me most of the time, but I'm just talking because what's going on is pretty difficult right now, and I'm just, I just need to get it out of me. And so trust that inner guidance. When you let go of what you know is not right, then you gain access to what's inside here. And when you gain access to this, you get the sensations in your body of what's right, what's wrong, who's telling you the truth, who's telling you lies. Is that the best a person can do, or are they just feeding this big bunch of bull, which I've experienced a lot of that lately. But it's here. And then this you translate into your brain, and you have to override that egoic thing that lives up here. You have to override it with the trust that's being planted here. So your inspiration comes from here, inspired, 2 words. And you're going to translate it to your brain. This is the distinction between you trusting the outside world and letting whatever pressures are weighing on you to dictate, and trusting that inner guidance system, even though you can't see where it's leading you. You have to know that God is always on your side. God, creator, source, Yahweh, Buddha, whatever you want to call it, doesn't matter your culture, your religion, your country. Just know that you have that system. Okay, well, I'm going to leave it here. Like, subscribe, share, and comment. I need your comments on this one. And I love you. I'll talk to you later. Talk with you later. Let's do a live one day soon, okay?